Using the demonic power of words in seduction is about employing language that plays on imagination, ignites desire, and disorients through ambiguity. Words have the power to create worlds, spin fantasies, and deeply influence emotions when used carefully. This approach to language emphasizes the ability to both charm and mystify, utilizing words not as plain communication, but as a gateway to an altered reality where logic takes a backseat to feeling and sensation. The seducer harnesses this skill to subtly sow confusion, compelling the target to focus less on rational understanding and more on the feelings the words evoke. This disoriented state allows a seducer to shape the interaction and occupy the target's mental landscape more completely. One of the first elements of this method involves the art of suggestion rather than direct speech. When a seducer makes vague or open-ended statements, it leaves the target's mind free to interpret, which can be incredibly seductive because it personalizes the message to the listener. If, for instance, a seducer hints at their own intense or mysterious emotions without clarification, saying something like, "If only you knew what I was thinking right now," it opens the door to countless interpretations, each of which the target may subconsciously personalize. This not only stimulates curiosity, but draws the target deeper, as their imagination is left to explore the meaning behind such cryptic words, leading them into an emotionally heightened state. In addition to suggestion, seductive language often includes phrases that evoke sensory experience, tapping into the target's primal responses. Describing moments or desires in richly evocative terms helps to bypass the analytical mind and stirs something instinctual. For example, saying, "Imagine how it would feel to watch the sun set by the water, with nothing but silence around us," paints a picture that speaks directly to the senses, drawing the target into a shared experience that blurs the line between fantasy and reality. This language activates emotions and instincts, creating a world where the seducer's words seem to offer more reality than rational thought. The more sensory and emotive the language, the less room there is for logical resistance, as emotions and sensations begin to take the lead. Ambiguity is another powerful tool in using words to create confusion. Phrasing things in a way that's intentionally ambiguous can leave the target wondering about the deeper meaning behind each phrase. For instance, if the seducer makes statements that could have multiple interpretations, such as "I've never met anyone quite like you," it opens a world of possibilities for the target to imagine. Are they special in a positive way? Or is there a subtle hint of something else? This subtle ambiguity creates a sense of mental fog that prevents the target from ever fully grounding themselves in the interaction. In seduction, this confusion isn't about distress, but rather about generating an internal question that keeps the target engaged, wanting to learn or experience more to resolve the mystery. Another subtle method is the strategic use of compliments and confessions, laced with undertones of mystery or allure. For example, a seducer might give a compliment like, "There's something about you that I can't quite put my finger on," something almost otherworldly. Such statements feel deeply personal, yet they avoid saying anything direct or obvious. They are powerful because they make the target feel unique without giving a clear reason why, tapping into a deeper longing for understanding and validation. The vague yet enticing nature of these statements puts the target in a state of pleasant uncertainty, allowing them to mentally fill in the gaps with their own fantasies. Over time, this ambiguity can subtly create a dependency, as the target becomes ever more intrigued by the hints of praise and admiration, wondering what exactly makes them so captivating to the seducer. Timing and tone also play a crucial role in making words demonic in their seductive power. Soft-spoken words, or even words delivered with a hint of hesitation, can make an impact far beyond what's said. Sometimes a well-timed pause or a carefully chosen silence speaks louder than any actual statement, creating an almost hypnotic effect on the listener. Strategic pauses, meaningful glances, or lowered voices pull the target's attention in, drawing them closer and focusing their attention fully on the seducer. This rhythm of speech and silence lulls the target into a state of receptivity where they're more susceptible to suggestion and more likely to respond emotionally rather than analytically. In using words to sow confusion, the seducer doesn't only create disorientation, but also generates dependency. A target who is regularly exposed to ambiguous language, emotional suggestion, and sensory descriptions finds themselves drawn back to the seducer repeatedly, seeking clarity or trying to recapture the feelings these words evoked. This tactic works because, as humans, we crave resolution. If someone is left in a state of emotional suspense or ambiguity, they are more likely to dwell on the encounter, replaying it mentally and subconsciously waiting for more. Over time, this mental loop can create a powerful attachment, as the seducer becomes a source of both intrigue and comfort, someone who delivers an experience unlike the straightforward interactions of daily life. Finally, the demonic power of words serves as a reminder that the seducer doesn't just interact with the target on a surface level, but infiltrates their deeper mental and emotional landscapes. Language used with intent can shape thoughts, emotions, and perceptions, creating a world that seems more fascinating than reality. This seductive power is subtle yet formidable, as it bypasses logical defenses and speaks directly to deeper, often unacknowledged desires. In this state, the target is less likely to resist, less able to step back, and more inclined to return, over and over, to the emotional spell that the seducer's words create.